Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AI Minute Mondays. I'm your host, and today we are diving into the world of AI startups, the trends, the challenges, and the opportunities. I'm thrilled to be joined by Subhadeep from Google, who's been working closely with the AI startup ecosystem. Subhadeep, thank you for joining us today. And for our viewers, can you share a little bit about your background?
Sure. Thank you for having me. I am very excited to be here today. I work at Google Cloud. I've been there for about 6 years. I am now managing the global accelerator incubator partnerships across the world. I've been in go-to-market for about 25 years and also working in sales and sales leadership roles with enterprises and startups as well. I've also actually spent a few years at PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, leading go-to-market consulting teams, and also founded two of my own startups here about a decade ago.
Oh, thank you, Shubhadeep, for sharing your background. That's definitely inspiring. Like you mentioned, you've been working with AI startups for a while now. What are the trends that you are seeing emerge? And what are some of the coolest use cases or real world problems that startups are tackling today?
Yeah, there's three different areas that I'm seeing some really amazing startups showing up. The first is around model optimization. So how do we, and also model creation. So um, that is, AI is still very much in development itself. So there are a lot of startups that are looking to help make the processes, the capabilities of building customized AI better for different use cases across the board. There's also hardware companies that are starting to come up as well, and leverage AI in that space. So things like robotics and whatnot. Second is around productivity and process automation. This is where the majority of the discussions around agentic AI is happening, where you're doing productivity optimization, recording summaries, uh, workspace optimization. We just launched Google Workflows. So that's something that's like optimizing the workflow. So, and then, using agentic MCP, A2A, to really automate a lot of processes. So you see that in like go-to-market, sales automation, marketing automation, and our finance automation, things like that. So that's the second trend that I see. The third largest trend that I see is around life sciences and drug discovery. Now that's a little bit different than the whole agentic. This is using the models to discover new drugs and really change the way and solving things like trying to solve for cancer and these diseases that we weren't able to try to solve earlier. So that is a very exciting area as well. So those are the three key trends that I'm seeing, and I'm excited. I mean, use cases in each of them. Again, model optimization. There's a lot of open source models out there. Companies that are building their open source models. There's a lot of open protocols out there that people are building and sharing with each other. So that's very exciting, kind of in the deep tech area. Productivity, I just mentioned. Google's kind of leading that in workspace, and there's a lot of tools out there for productivity and process automation already. I think we're seeing that even in the creative worlds, in marketing, for example, using VO and using our image processing, Gemini 3 Pro, to process videos and images. So we see that really helping marketing teams optimize. And then drug discovery, there's several new drugs that are being developed today by startups that we see over in the Boston area. So that's also very exciting.
Thank you, Shubhadeep. Those are definitely very impactful real world use cases. Thanks for sharing that. My next question is, how does Google help these AI startups?
Yeah, so we actually we partner with a lot of accelerators around the world, a lot of the top accelerators, and regional accelerators. So please, reach out to them, get engaged with them. They're there to help you through the startup journey. Google also has amazing account teams and customer engineers that can help support you if you have questions on how to get started, how to leverage Google Cloud. So there's an account team that is there to support you as well. We also have a great community called Google Developer Group. You could join that. It's called GDG. You could Google that, Google Developer Group. They're all over the world in almost every city. If there isn't, you could start your own Google Developer Group. These are led by the community and supported by Google developer relationship DevRel teams. There's a lot of great content out there as well on YouTube that I would highly recommend watching. And then lastly, we also have partners like AI Camp or AI Tinkerers who have sessions and hackathons that we are hosting. So there's lots of different ways to get involved, to learn, and of course, ask Gemini as well, right? You could go to the Gemini app and ask it what you need, and hopefully it could help answer your questions.
Thank you, Subhadeep. So as you mentioned, Google is helping with infrastructure, helping with the tools, and helping with the people and the knowledge for all of these areas. So thank you so much. So let's move on to the next area. So this is all great, but AI startups, there are some common pitfalls that they can kind of fall into. So can you elaborate a little bit about what you see as the common pitfalls and how that basically all these AI startups should avoid or steer clear
of? Yeah, I think the first thing is to understand how long that this journey is. A startup journey isn't a 3-month kind of journey where you're between jobs and you're going to try something. I see that a lot, and I think that's a major pitfall. So the journey for a startup is long. It is multi-year. It's important to be able to be committed to that length of time and financial time if you need that to be committed. Second is team members. Trying to find. I see a lot of people trying to find the right partners, the right team members. That's also a challenge. So even finding a co-founder is challenging because you now need 2 people who can commit the time and someone that you could work with and complement and build what you're looking to build. And then the last 2 around product market fit. You might think it's a problem that you're solving for yourself, but it's not a problem that many people would want to pay for. That's a big challenge. And then lastly, the people who want to pay for it is customer acquisition. So really focusing on your user, focusing on your customers, and just getting them to use what you have, and then start paying you for it. So.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure the founders and would-be founders will definitely benefit from your advice in these areas. So thank you, Subhadeep, for sharing all these valuable insights. To recap, AI startups are driving innovation across industries, and Google is empowering them with both infrastructure, partnerships, and the technical know-how. But startup founders need to keep in mind to avoid pitfalls like you highlighted. They need to be in here for the long haul. They need to be plan for it, plan the financial commitment, and plan finding the right team and staying here for the long run. So thank you, Subhadeep, for sharing this information. That's a wrap for this week's AI Minutes, and stay tuned for more conversations. Thank you.
Thank you.